excited. I'm going to bring up our next comedian. She is also wonderful. Help me welcome to the stage, Rachel Wade.
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. You know, I never really thought I would do stand-up comedy, not because I'm like anxious or filled with crippling self-doubt, but because I'm a woman. And women aren't funny. I'm just kidding. I think women are funny, and I am filled with crippling self-doubt. But having anxiety is actually really hard because it runs in the family, so I'm not even special. You know, like, getting your first panic attack is like getting your Hogwarts letter. Except instead of Hagrid being like, "You're a wizard, Harry," he's like, "Please see a psychiatrist." But my family doesn't really believe in therapy. They like to take a more holistic approach. Some might call it unhealthy coping mechanisms. You know, weed, alcohol, numbing the pain through inspirational Pinterest quotes. And by the time you're 18, you know, you need to have your coping mechanisms sort of set in stone. So I'm packing up for college, and my mom's like, "All right, honey, what's it gonna be?" And I'm like, "I think I'm gonna be a theater major." So I've been looking for an apartment in Iowa City, and I don't know if you guys have ever been to hell before, but I have when I was looking at this one particular apartment. The landlord led my roommates and I up the stairs and opened the door. Welcome. We were then warmly greeted by a very beautiful woman who said, "I do not live here." Some of the items that I saw during my tour of hell included a seemingly homemade life-size replica of a palm tree, a beer pong table set up and ready to go, a very concerning pile of used Jewel pods collecting by the sink, and just stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of dirty chili bowls. There was also this one bedroom with no bed in it, but instead 2 futons on each wall, draped in sheets. No other furniture in this room, just stacks and stacks and stacks of dirty chili bowls. But then I went to the kitchen, and in the corner I saw a pan of cookies, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cute. Like, these guys probably all went to Walmart and like put on some music and baked cookies together." But then I got a little closer and I saw that the cookies were shaped like footballs and dicks. So don't worry, Saturdays are still for the boys. But then I started thinking, you know, what if this means something deeper? Like, what if these boys are so emotionally repressed that they go to make heart-shaped cookies and all of a sudden they black out and they wake up and they're shaped like dicks? You know, what if God is trying to tell me something? What if he's trying to work through me? You know, what if he just wants me to march into that bedroom and push those 2 futons together? Unfortunately, my tour of hell ended before I could fulfill my divine mission, but I did learn that maybe hell is just lonely frat boys forced to eat dick cookies. Which is nothing I haven't seen before. Speaking of hell, I grew up Catholic. I went to Catholic school for 10 years, went to Jesus camp for like 8 summers of my life. And to give you an idea of how Catholic I was raised, one year at Jesus camp, my best friend kissed me on the cheek, and I thought that might mean I was gay. So I did the only thing I could, and I waited to hear what the guest speaker had to say. You know, he always had something to say about the gays. And the guest speaker was always this like young, relatable guy who had a Christian rap album buried deep within the archives of Spotify. And he always came on the stage by doing this. "Yay, God! Boo, devil!" I mean, that's one way to open. And he was always talking about his atheist friend. He'd be like, "You guys don't want to wait till marriage? I get it. I have an atheist friend. You guys hate going to church? I get it. I have an atheist friend. You guys respect women? I get it. I have an atheist friend." And then he'd go into this long sob story about his porn addiction in college, but if you just looked into his eyes for like 2 seconds, you could see that he was not over the porn addiction. Then he finally got to the gay part of the speech, the part I'd been waiting for, and he goes, "You know, guys, being gay is a gift. But it's like a gift you can't use. And you can't return it. So you just gotta put it in the closet. Good news is I'm not gay. I'm bisexual, so I just have to hide my gift like 56% of the time. Thank you guys so much. My name's Rachel. Have a great night.